When I was 14, Aiden Coben, known for leaking the nudes of Amanda Todd, blackmailed me. People who got their nudes leaked, how did it affect your life? Welcome back to another story time. Once again it's your boy Andrew, the best storytime narrator in the game. If we haven't met before, thanks for joining, and since you're already here, why not like the video, subscribe, and ring the bell button so that you don't miss any more NSFW storytimes with me. Let's get this show on the road and start the storytime. Not me so much as the poor bastards that saw them. I hear there's a support group now. My sister once took a photo of her cat sitting in her shower. It took her a couple of hours to realize the photo she uploaded on Instagram had her completely naked reflection in the glass of the shower. Edit. Yes, it did happen. You can't make this crap up. Had an ex threaten 16-year-old me that he was gonna post some nudes of me. He was like 20 at the time. Long story filled with daddy issues and low self-esteem. My next message back was, "Oh, that's right, you are in possession of child pornography. I hope the cops don't find out about that." Never heard another word from him. I accidentally uploaded a risque pic of myself in work uniform with dick hanging out to my Snapchat story instead of sending it privately. It was up for like an hour before I realized. I know people saw it, but only one person has ever mentioned it. It doesn't seem like anything has changed. Edit. I may have been slightly conservative with the description of the pic. It was actually me butt-ass naked except for an open lab coat with my name on it, hanging dong with the caption, "The doctor will see you now." Only slightly suggestive. This was a really crazy and stressful part of my life. Luckily the repercussions weren't as bad as some others in this thread. I've learned from the experience, which I appreciate. I had no idea that my pictures were posted until a lawyer from California messaged me on Facebook informing me somebody had posted my nudes with my Facebook and Twitter links underneath on one of those revenge websites. I still don't know exactly who did it. The lawyer who contacted me was working on taking the website down as a class suit. It was a few months of stress, random people adding me on Facebook, and praying nobody I knew would see. Thankfully the website got shut down within 3 months or so. I was also only 16/17 in the pictures. Happened about 7 years ago. Shout out to that lawyer though, he was a big help and made me feel as comfortable as possible, ensuring he was going to have it shut down and not to pay any takedown fees. Edit. A lot of people are assuming a girl. I'm actually a guy, sorry. Edit 2. People need to realize that if I sent the picture to 1 or 2 people and they sent it to somebody else, that it could have been anyone. I think I had sent that picture to maybe 3 people. They aren't vicious enough to have posted it, but may have shared it with a girlfriend of theirs who could have hated me. I had suspicions of who it could have been, but I didn't have proof. That story is for another day. Edit. Please stop saying it was a Sanyanoop. That was not the website involved. Update. I took a look through my messages, the website was you got busted. The owner got 18 years in prison. My ex tried to blackmail me with my nudes, so I just posted them myself. Duck you, Matt. Edit. I'll save you some time digging through my history, my nudes are not on this account. Edit. Lots of the same questions, he was blackmailing for sex. I didn't go to the police because honestly I didn't know it was an option when I was younger, and I was given about 30 minutes to decide my fate. Ex-girlfriend sent intimate photos of me to my friends after we broke up. They ended up going around my town, some people sent them further on. Woke up about 2 weeks after it all began to a message from a girl from my hometown, 9 hours away. She saw them, knew immediately it was me, birthmark on my chest, and got back in touch after 12 years of silence to see if I was okay. How did my ex-girlfriend affect my life by spreading my nudes? She got me my current girlfriend. I was at a party that got out of hand and there was a hidden camera there. There is video of me having sex, but fortunately I'm pretty far back from the camera and there is another couple more in the foreground. I'm recognizable, especially for about 30 seconds, but only barely. I could plausibly deny it is me. 3 people have asked about it. With 2 I played dumb and said it wasn't me. They may or may not have believed me, it doesn't really matter. The other knows for sure because she recognizes the room decor and knows it has to be me. It's a little awkward, but there isn't much I can do about it. She seems to be keeping quiet about it. The guy from the couple in the foreground confronted the guy who hid the camera. Some punches were thrown. I was in my young, dumb teenager years in the height of digital cameras and before cell phone cameras really displayed much more than a pixelated guess at an image. Was also gay in a town where there weren't really any obvious gay guys to speak of. So internet, Yahoo Messenger in this case, was the only space I could really figure out to act on that, and I was desperately seeking some acceptance that a guy could ever want me. Which meant of course that I ended up talking to a lot of older guys who preyed on a lot of younger guys looking for just that. The good thing? I was smart enough to not show my face on my nudes. The bad thing? The fact that my best friend left his student ID at my house and I didn't realize it was clearly visible on the floor next to one of the photos I took. The result? My friend spent some time wondering why he got random, creepy mispass messages from old creepy perverts. Edit because this is confusing people. I used a digital camera, which captured great detail. Too much detail. I did not use a cell phone camera, which would capture no detail. Also, my cell phone at that time did not have a camera. When I was 14, Aiden Coben, known for leaking the nudes of Amanda Todd, blackmailed me. I still don't know how he got the photo or how he found me, but he started off emailing me, saying I had to give him a nude Skype session to make him stop. I ignored him, obviously not giving him any extra fodder for his game. About 3 months went by, and then he started showing up at a few of the message board sites I was part of. He would make an account and then post somewhere, saying he was a videographer with some really interesting work. Since the sites were all about weird emo kid topics, no one paid any attention to him, so he disappeared. Another 3 months went by, and then all hell broke loose. In the span of 1 week, he created a Facebook profile with the photo of me as the profile picture and added every friend he could find on my Facebook and then all of my mother's friends as well. He found who my parents were and sent the photo to my dad's business through their website's Contact Us page, and he sent a letter to our house with the photo printed on it. Shortly after this, I attempted suicide, but was, obviously, unsuccessful. Before this, I hadn't gotten my parents involved, but obviously they were now. I was really lucky in that I went to a very close-knit, small school, so the people who saw the Facebook profile before it was deleted reached out in concern or didn't mention it, and I never got bullied because of it. We got Child Protective Services involved, and they started tracing the guy, but found he was using a proxy service in Germany, known for abusing freedom of speech. Shortly around this time, I remember Amanda Todd's story came out. She made a YouTube video about her life in black and white, holding up note cards that told her story. Her video went viral when she committed suicide. I remember thinking it was weird how parallel our stories were. She and I were both half Asian, both around the same age, and both targeted in the same way. I ignored all the similarities though. At this point, I had to decide how I wanted to proceed. At 14, I had to choose to either give up the search for this guy or go public with my story to gain leverage against the proxy company. BBC wanted to do a short on it, with voice actors and hidden identities, but at this point I wanted nothing to do with any of it anymore. 7 years passed, and I was at an internship one day when I got a call from my dad. He said Homeland Security had called, and it was legit because he asked for an extension and called the representative back using their online phone number. Pro tip to verify identity. I called them back and had the horrific delight of finding out they had caught him. Since he blackmailed me, he had abused nearly 100 other people all over the world, including Amanda Todd. I was given his name and instructed to meet with 2 local HLS reps at a restaurant. One of the weirdest lunch meetings I've ever been to. I learned my blackmailer's name, and I had to decide whether or not to participate in his trial. Since he is Dutch, I decided with some legal counsel to hold off on participation. The Dutch court system is known to be lenient, and I know he knows where I live and where my family lives. On the slim chance he would not get jailed, or that he would get out quickly and seek revenge, I didn't participate. I was also offered the possibility that every time my photo was found on someone's computer or in their possession, as it counts as child pornography. I would be informed so I could write a letter to the trial, explaining the impact that photo had on me, and then be entitled to compensation, which I declined. At this point, I am considering whether or not I will be participating in the extradition case against him in Canada, though it is unlikely. In terms of effect, I have entirely lost trust in the world. I have generalized anxiety and assume that the worst will happen in every situation. Every phone call is someone calling to tell me a loved one died. Every meeting with my boss, I assume I'm about to be fired. I have never had a serious romantic relationship because I am wholly committed to never being emotionally committed to anyone. Like I said earlier, I was damn lucky to be part of a community that didn't bully me at all, or I don't think I'd be here today. I think about Coben once every other day, and even in just a glancing thought my whole life can be momentarily interrupted by the consuming and intrusive memories of the sheer panic I experienced every time he tried to ruin my life. Every day is a new set of challenges, and everything reminds me of him. I couldn't even watch the news when Larry Nassar's trial was happening because I risked bursting into tears in the middle of work. But for all of the hardships I've faced, I'm forever grateful that I'm still here.
Like and subscribe for more funny, interesting, and scary r/ask Reddit videos.